My mom was put in a mental institution when she was 16, right after she had me, and found out my grandfather was my father.
Did you know that you cannot get a breakthrough when you apply more judgment? Being hard on yourself.
Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome back to Life's Deceit with your girl, Jen Simpson. How are you guys doing? How's your week? How's your morning? How's your afternoon? How's your night? Wherever you are in the world, hello. Welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome to my already subscribers. Thank you guys for continuing to comment, like, share, and please hit the subscribe button before we get into this amazing video today. Guys, today we have a very special guest, and I'm excited about this guest because I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw her story and I was like, oh my gosh, there are some amazing stories and phenomenal people who are sharing it and not afraid to let people know what they went through and give light, power, and inspiration to other people. So without further ado, guys, let's welcome Trina Dorsey Thompson. Hi, Trina. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. How was your day?
It was great. It was great.
Yeah. So, your story, I want to know about your early childhood. What was it like being raised by your grandparents? What was your childhood like? What were some
I
memories
don't,
that you can remember?
and I'm happy you asked me this because to clear this up, I don't have any bad memories of my grandparents.
Yeah.
Um, One, they protected me very well. Um, I don't have bad memories. I just feel betrayed.
Yeah.
Uh, I was brought up. Anything I wanted, I had. It was no question. And it wasn't about the money that they took care of me. It was about the lies, um, the lies and the betrayal. You know, um, I grew up in a little, I ain't gonna say small, in a big community. It was low income housing back in the days called the Callio Project. And my grandfather was very, very well known, and my grandmother was too, a sweet woman. So, like I said, when I grew up, I thought they was my parents, from day one. My mama
Yeah.
wasn't in a home when I was growing up. She never lived with us or none of that. So, when I did find out, like I was like 10, so it was no more birthdays and Christmas I look forward to. Like I didn't look forward to nothing as a kid anymore. It's like they snatched that from me. Um, so when the kids would play, for Christmas, all I wanted was this woman that I was going to see a lot to find out this was my mom, for her
Yeah.
to come home because I had questions like why are you here, and how could you just leave me with unanswers. So um and I think that's when I started kind of lashing out as a young girl. I didn't trust nobody in my family at that point.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
hard to trust after you believe that everybody's telling you the truth and you wait so long to find out that things aren't even the way that I really thought it was. How old were you when you found out that your grandfather was really your father?
I was about 10 when I found out, but it wasn't real facts. Like I didn't really have facts.
Yeah.
It was in the air saying that was my grandfather. The people in the family was saying that was my dad. I mean, close kin, his brother, my grandmother, sisters, everybody it just was the talk of the family everywhere I go. I didn't get real facts until I was an adult. My mom wound up having a baby in a state hospital, so she had to go through this trauma twice. Somebody was molesting her in state custody, and she wound up getting pregnant, and they needed some blood work. And my family didn't know that's what I was doing, actually taking a DNA with my mom, because they wouldn't do it with me. Uh, my aunts or my uncles didn't want to get involved. They didn't want to do it. So I wound up taking the DNA with my mom, and it became 1% that I'm my mom's daughter, and 98.9 I'm her sibling. And that mean we have the same father.
So today, guys, we have a special guest, and her name is Vivian Green. Vivian Green is not only a powerhouse, but she is a woman on a mission. She has a tremendous purpose and calling on her life that many have been shying away from gravitating to because it is a very, very challenging one to accept. You know, it's hard to accept your calling, especially when it's based on the experiences and trauma that you've gone through in your life. So, guys, without further ado, let's welcome Vivian. Hello, Vivian. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
So, when you speak about the age gap with your mom, it's so funny how you can watch as you get older how generational cycles repeat itself in different
Totally.
forms.
Um, I think the why you didn't say anything to anyone for me, and I can't speak for other survivors or victims. I wasn't taught. I was never I was never taught. I didn't know, even though there was some awareness, but I wasn't taught. And so to let somebody touch you and not say anything was normal for me. It was okay because that it wasn't taught. I never knew that from a parent or a guardian. I wasn't taught not to let somebody touch your private, body privacy, no one not to body violate you. That wasn't taught. And so to me, in some aspect, and some people will not agree with me, but from the view that I have, I believe that it was also part of the construct. It was already structured for that. Like, it's like my life was already preordained to go through this.
Can you share with us what you went through and how old were you? And did you experience or did you feel any signs before it happened?
I think, as I say, so I'm going back again. The way how I was brought up, it seems like everything it was already orchestrated that my life was meant to be like that. It's like, because I can't really speak for my mother, but I know a bit of her story. And so the story is very similar, where the parents wasn't there, and so the care she was in the care of other people. You see what I mean? So when you look at it, it's like, if it's almost identical journey. It's almost identical. So the structure that I had was already a structure for failure to experience these kind of thing, because one wasn't being taught, another one, no sharing of the information. There wasn't no age appropriate teaching or guidance. And so when you put when that child in that position, you're setting them up for anything that comes. So let me answer that now. The journey to that didn't just start by going to my aunt's. It started way before that, because when you don't give a child emotional support, that is classified as emotional neglect. And when a child is being emotionally neglected, even if a monster comes to them and show them any sign of something pleasant, even when it's trickery, they will fall for it. They will quickly accept it.
For women and men who don't have a clear memory of their childhood trauma experiences and experience symptoms of anxiety and low self-esteem, how do they go through that? How do they get that clear vision? How do they process what they're feeling every time they're in a certain position, somebody tries to touch them, they feel a certain way, but they can't really put their finger on what happened to them?
Is one of the things what I've learned is that with the way how the nervous system works and the brain, especially the brain, it is designed to protect us. The brain, if you even think to go and start driving a car for the first time, your brain will talk you out of it. Oh no, don't go. Your brain is already designed to protect you. So always, we oftentimes do what? Overrides it. So the same thing, because we've learned to override that protection based on it doing its natural thing of protecting us. So when things happen to us, we automatically do the same thing. So we override it in order to keep ourselves safe. It's like a block. We block in order to keep going, because it's like our brain can't fathom that we've gone. This is happening. This is my mother, or this is my uncle, or this is my auntie, or whomever it is.
Phenomenal. Cold ink.